As the saying goes, you aim at nothing, you'll hit it every time. I want to tell you a little story about setting goals. Let's get into it. What's going on, bikers? Welcome back. Thanks for joining me on this ride. So this was part of my New York City ride video, for those of you who've seen it, and I took clips of this video here and added it to the New York City video. So this is that video in its entirety, and I added the data points to this video. Now top left is mine, top right is Chris with the colorful shirt to the right of your screen. Now a couple quick points before I get into this topic of this ride. I see that people really enjoyed the unedited version of rides where you can hear the sounds of the streets and even our conversations. I'm going to be posting that in the next day or so for those of you that enjoy that. And I can't take credit for this, but one of my subscribers emailed me and told me that they watched the unedited version while on their indoor trainer, which gives you real life sights and sounds to look at and makes you feel like you're on this ride along with us. So the second thing I want to bring up is just thanking y'all for the response to the New York video. Seems a lot of people enjoyed it and a lot of people subscribed and joined our team here. So welcome to y'all, and let's go ahead and get into this video. This video is about setting goals, and I want to tell you a story about when I first started. One of the things about setting goals is having it push you and push your comfort zone. So there's a saying that you don't want your goal to be easy or you'll achieve it. That way you'll push yourself, and even if you fall short of that goal, you will have reached further than you would have without that high, seemingly unattainable goal. So for me, I wanted to push myself and also my endurance levels. Before this, I've only completed 30 miles, and I decided at that point to do a 75-mile ride. And there it was. That was my goal. It was set, at least in my mind. Next step was to set a date. We routinely set goals in our minds. However, we don't put a date or a time frame on that goal, and a lot of times they never advance past it just being a thought in our minds. So once you set that date, next step I did was to announce it, to put that added pressure on me to get it done. So there it was. The goal was set. And I set it for about 5 weeks away. I told people that I was going to do a 75-mile ride on July 8th. And this is back in 2020. And now I'm not going to lie, I was a bit nervous, a bit anxious, and also excited. I was still relatively new to cycling, and the task of doing more than double than my highest mileage was a bit daunting. And that's kind of what you want, something that pushes you. So kind of off I went. I started to ride more times per week, and each week I would try to increase my total mileage. And the process was going smooth, and about every week I would increase the mileage amount, and I was growing more and more confident as that date was approaching. So everything was going good, and it was a straightforward process. Well, not quite. So as I was going through the process, my last big mileage was going to be a 50-mile ride, which would have been my most miles, and everything was going well. And for the first half of this ride, I was thinking this 75-mile ride is going to be a breeze. So it was 3 of us on this ride, and one of the riders didn't think he can complete a 50-mile ride. So he told us at the 20-mile mark he's going to turn around, while me and the other guy was going to go to the 25-mile mark and then turn around, as it was an out and back type route. So me and the other rider decided to challenge ourselves and try to complete the 50-miler and finish at the same time as the other guy who was only doing 40 miles. Now, this challenge was pretty cool, but it required an immensely more effort than we were doing at that time. And we also compound that to this being the most mileage that I've ever done, the task was going to be hard. So when we made it back to the end of the 50-mile ride, we didn't beat the third guy. We finished maybe 3 or 4 minutes behind him, which was quite a feat, considering we did 10 extra miles. However, it was so difficult, and at the end of the ride, I felt so drained due to the high level of effort it kind of required to, close a gap of 10 miles, that I started questioning if I could even do the 75-mile ride. So fast forward to the 75-mile day. I was more scared now due to how I felt after the 50-mile ride. However, I was prepared, and for me, it felt like I was playing in the championship, because in a way, this was my championship and what I've been working towards. So I went in and completed that ride, and it definitely felt like I won a championship. So I tell this story to encourage y'all to define your championship, and it's whatever you want it to be. Create a purpose for what you are doing. It doesn't need to be 75 miles. We are all at different levels. My first ride was 12 miles, and I was so proud of that. It felt like I had just done 100. But these goals give us an added purpose. It could be just learning how to ride a bike, or doing a group ride, or a particular distance, or time on your bike. Maybe it's riding the particular city or national park, like here in Central Park, and it's something that you always wanted to do, and you know what, you're gonna make a trip and ride at Central Park. Maybe there's a hill or a climb near you that you want to accomplish, and as I say that, it doesn't even have to be cycling related. We're looking to grow in life, not just cycling. So it could even be losing weight, getting stronger, at the gym, aiming for a promotion or a new job, finishing up a degree, saving money and paying off debt, whatever it is that you want to accomplish. And that added purpose, adds a different dimension to your riding and gives you an appreciation when completing something that you set out to do. And there's lots of benefits that come along with setting goals. It makes you feel better about yourself. It helps you organize your life, and riding. If you plan to increase your distance and know that you need to ride 3 times a week to accomplish this, you would do a better job of planning around that time so that you can accomplish that goal. Setting goals also helps you understand what you are good at and what areas you need to improve in. If you don't achieve or struggle to achieve the goal you set out for yourself, you can see what areas were harder and made your goal difficult to obtain, and that gives you a blueprint on what to improve on. And finally, it gives you a great story to tell, which is a huge part of life. Communication is about discussing ideas, events, and experiences, and this starts off as an idea to discuss, which then gives you the events to talk about, and lastly, the experiences that were earned along the way. So what goals are you going to set for yourself this year? Let's keep moving forward and growing. I definitely would love to hear what goals you have in mind, and that will not only motivate me, but also others that read it and are looking for new goals or ways to push themselves to go even farther and to continue to grow. So as far as for me, I set quite a few goals in reference to not only cycling, but also YouTube. I definitely want to be able to ride more, ride longer distances. Right now, the longest I've done is 100. I want to plan a 150-mile ride. I want to plan some multi-day rides. I am looking to not only increase my speed, but increase my climbing and my ability to climb. And along with that, with YouTube, my goal has been since I started this channel to post at least one video a week, and most weeks I do more than one, but I definitely try to do at least one video a week, amongst other goals as far as growing this channel and trying to see how far I can take this community. And these are just some of the goals that I've set for myself, and I'm constantly looking to add more goals and give myself more direction in life, because with that direction you're able to achieve so much more. Well, with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and wrap up this video. I hope you enjoyed this content, and if you did and you're eager to set a new goal this year, I want you to hit that like button and go ahead and subscribe so you can join this amazing team and keep getting motivated. Be safe, keep riding, and I'll talk to y'all soon.